Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the magnificent ancient empire of Vijaynagar, which is a district in the state of present Karnataka. This empire flourished in India in the medieval period. This empire was established by Harihar, who was also called as Hakka, and his brother Bukka Raya. Harihar and Bukka were the sons of a chieftain of Varangal, which was the court of Hoysala rulers, which is a region near the Tungabhadra river. Muhammad bin Tughlaq had captured Harihar and Bukka because they were warriors, and then they were forced to convert into Islam and were sent to the south to control rebellions over there. But Hakka and Bukka got motivated by Bhakti saint Vidyaranya, and they established a new empire of Vijayanagar, which was in Karnataka. Presently, this place called Hampi is in complete ruins. From 1336 to 1660, the Vijayanagar Empire was completely destroyed. It was invaded by alliances of the sultans. The capital was taken over, brutally looted, as well as it was completely ruined and destroyed. The Vijayanagar district and the ruins of Hampi are considered to be World Heritage, and they are preserved by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. There had been four major dynasties who had ruled over the Vijayanagar Empire. The first was the Sangam dynasty from 1336 to 1485 CE. Then it was the Saluva dynasty 1485 to 1505 CE. Then Tuluva dynasty from 1491 to 1570 CE. After that, the last dynasty was the Aravidu dynasty, which was from 1542 to 1646 CE. Harihar I, who was also called as Hakka, was the first ruler of the Sangam dynasty, which was the first dynasty that ruled over the Vijayanagar Empire. The Sangam dynasty started ruling from 1336 CE. He also captured Mysore and Madurai and incorporated it in his empire. Harihar I was succeeded by Bukka I in 1356 CE. Krishnadev Raya was one of the greatest and the most powerful Hindu rulers of India. Krishnadeva Raya was the third monarch or ruler of the Tuluva dynasty, and he started reigning from 1509 to 1529. During his rule, the empire reached at its zenith or the most powerful point, and he was also called as a lord of the jeweled throne of Karnataka when Karnataka was extremely rich. He had defeated the sultans of Bijapur, Golconda, Bahmani Sultanate, as well as the Gajapatis of Odisha, and extended his empire from the Krishna River to the Kaveri River and the Arabian Sea to the Bay of Bengal. The Portuguese traveller Domingo Paes had regarded Krishnadeva Raya, who had visited his court, and called him as the most feared and the perfect king ever which had been produced in Indian history. Krishnadeva Raya was extremely an efficient administrator, as well as he used to pay attention to the welfare of his people. He had built large tanks, temples, canals, and had also enhanced irrigation and agriculture in his kingdom, built extensive naval power so that he could trade with other nations. During this time, the Vijayanagar Empire had good trade relations between Portugal as well as the Arab traders. Trade and commerce flourished, which increased the revenue of the empire. Krishnadeva Raya was an extremely learned man as well as a scholar. He even patronized art, music, as well as culture. He even emphasized upon architecture and constructed various temples. He had also captured Orissa and Varangal in 1523 and increased the empire. In the court of Krishnadeva Raya, there were 8 scholars and great poets who were called as Ashta Diggajas. So there were a group of prominent scholars as well as poets who used to entertain as well as advise the king. These Ashtagajas included Allasani Pedanna, who was the author of Manu Charitam. He was an extremely prominent Telugu poet. Pedanna is also called as the father of Andhra poetry. Then there was Nandi Thimanna, who was also a great poet and scholar. He had written Parijata Peheranam. Another poet was Madayagari Malanna as well as Dhurjati. They were prominent Telugu poets. The next one was Ayyala Raju Ramabhadra Kavi, who was also an extremely prominent scholar and poet. Then Pingali Surana, Ramaraj Bhushana, even Tenali Raman, upon whom various stories are based upon because he was a witty as well as a very knowledgeable scholar. He was also a great poet and special advisor to the king. He was well known for his quick solutions to problems, and various stories are based upon him. The condition of the women in those times in the Vijaynagar Empire was extremely good. They were encouraged and they were also held in high position. Women were educated and they were also encouraged for higher education. They held a good position socially, politically, as well as literary. Women were trained in wrestling as well as in artillery and use of weapons for their self defense. They were also trained in music, in dances, in fine arts, and also educated. There were female astrologers in those times, clerks, accountants, guards, wrestlers, gurus, and teachers who were female in those times. Textiles, mining, metallurgy, perfumes, and industries flourished during this period. There was also trade relations of Vijayanagar Empire with islands of the Indian Ocean, with China, with Portugal, Persia, South Africa, Burma, with Malay Peninsula, and various other places. Krishna Deva Raya had constructed the Ramaswamy temple and Vittal Swami temple. He used to worship mainly Vishnu. He even encouraged dialects and languages like Sanskrit, Tamil, Telugu, and Kannada. Krishna Deva Raya died in 1529 because of prolonged illness. He was suffering from diabetes as well as tuberculosis. After his death, the next rulers they were not very powerful. They were quite weak. As Vijayanagar Empire was quite prosperous, it resulted in jealousy amongst the neighboring sultans. There was a combined attack from the allied Muslim sultans of Bijapur, Ahmednagar, Bidan, as well as Golconda. More than 1.5 lakh soldiers and warriors were killed in this battle. This is called as the Battle of Talikota of 1565. This battle led to the defeat of the Hindu Rajas of Vijayanagar Empire and led to the decline of the Vijayanagar Empire. During this battle, Alia Ram Rai was the ruler of Vijayanagar Empire. He was brutally defeated and his supporters were all killed. When the last ruler, Alia Ram Rai, was killed, for 6 months Vijayanagar kingdom was looted and it was reduced to ruins. Now what is left is actually the ruins which are found in Hampi, and it is preserved for future generations by the World Heritage Organization of UNESCO.